next up, let's talk about the omnibus of the month, dude. So we've got the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus Volume number 2. So yeah, this is a big guy. Took me a little bit to read it, not gonna lie. But dude, it's epic. It's epic. It's so sick. So I was reading the Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman stuff last year. You guys might remember that if you follow me on other socials. But this is just a continuation of it, man. And it's my first time ever reading an Avengers story. And this entire thing is just epic. It's all congruent. It's all like one story from Jonathan Hickman. It leads up to an epic battle. Like every single arc is important for the end goal, right? So it's just something I really appreciate about Jonathan Hickman's writing is that he's driving to a goal and he will get you there, and it's going to be epic and awesome. In this, we get a lot of stuff with the Illuminati too. It's kind of like the lead up to Secret Wars, I believe, right? So the incursions and all that stuff. But at the same time, you got an invasion by Thanos. And at the same time as that, okay, so this is the Illuminati stuff. So there's just a lot of different things going on, but it's just incredible how Jonathan Hickman is able to balance them all so well. And this omnibus kind of reaches into every single corner of the Marvel universe, dude. We get some stuff with the X-Men. Obviously, because of Reed being on the Illuminati, we get some Fantastic Four stuff as well. We also get a lot of Inhuman stuff too, which I'm not familiar with Inhumans at all. But I thought that was really cool to see kind of that. And then also, man, just like the Marvel cosmic side, I really like the street level stuff, right? But the cosmic Marvel side is super sick, man. This is kind of my first time dipping into kind of that world. And as I'm flipping through, man, all the art is just, it's definitely not from the same artist all the way throughout, but it kind of feels that way, man, because the house kind of Marvel style. But yeah, man, just this entire thing just drives to the Infinity event, and then yeah, man. So there's these builders out in space that are trying to like take over all these planets, right? So Captain America is out taking care of that with some of the Avengers, but then you got the Illuminati that's taking care of some of the like incursions and sort of things that's in like the background that the other Marvel heroes don't even know about. And then at the same time, you got that Thanos invasion that I was talking about. So all these different like issues, all like concluding super satisfyingly, I guess, by the end of this Omnibus Volume number 1. I got to crack into Omnibus Volume number 2. I'm sure it's just as epic. But yeah, man, can't say enough good things about Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman. If you're trying to read some Avengers, I just said Fantastic Four like 5 times, I think. If you're trying to read some Avengers by Jonathan Hickman, definitely recommend it. Cannot say enough good things about it. Can't wait to crack into Omnibus Volume number 2. Let's talk about the deluxe edition that I read in the month of February. We've got the New Frontier, DC New Frontier by Darwyn Cooke, Dave Stewart. Really love this thing, man. So I read this. I will say it took me a little bit time to read it. I wasn't able to read it in one sitting, We get some really great stuff from Darwyn Cooke, obviously all throughout as the artist and the writer. It's kind of like this look at this really interesting point in both history, but then, comic book history, kind of like this transition period between the Golden Age and the Silver Age. Kind of like this new group of heroes that have to band together to stop like a new threat. And the Golden Age heroes are they're not with it anymore, right? So we need that new group of heroes to step up. Want to mention this too. Really great Flash moments here from Darwyn Cooke. I mean, just visually really cool. Look at the Flash's powers. Going to stop Captain Cold. Stopping short before he punches him in the face. So yeah, just really great stuff from Darwyn Cooke. I mean, all throughout the artwork, is going to be incredible. As far as the story goes, I mean, maybe in the middle, I thought it kind of dragged just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Nothing crazy. But I do think like the beginning and the end are definitely way stronger than maybe the middle. Because as I'm flipping through the middle, it's kind of like, not a ton of stuff going on. But we get a lot of different looks at the, different corners of the DC universe. A lot of different characters get a spotlight. And I say that without, like Superman, Captain Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman don't really get that much of a spotlight. It's more of a spotlight on the other, DC heroes around that time. A really big spotlight on Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. He's probably the main character of the story, probably, right? So if which I found was I thought that was pretty interesting. He's kind of like the torchbearer between the different eras, kind of ushering in this new frontier, right? So at the very end, they kind of have to group up to fight this giant. I'll see if I can get a picture of it. It's like this giant thing that's like spewing monsters. So the group has to kind of band together, put aside their differences, and fight for what's right. We get that interesting moment where Superman kind of goes down for a little bit, and he kind of acts as a martyr, banding all the different heroes to, fight for what Superman believed in. We get some great moments with Martian Manhunter. One of the highlights from the series for sure was all the kind of focus on Martian Manhunter. So yeah, man, excellent series. I'm really glad I read it finally. Hot take, I don't know if it's as good as like everybody was saying it's like the best thing ever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think I would prefer, I'm not gonna lie, I think I would rather read, like if someone held a gun to my head and they said, you have to read one of these right now, I think I'm reading Superman, brother. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, that's everything that I read in the month of February. I think I said March earlier. That's really stupid, dude. Let me know down in the comments. What'd you guys read in the month of February? Always curious to know. Thank you guys for watching, and read more comics.